Hi everybody, it's Claire back with another art journal video. Again in the craft journal. You must be bored silly of this journal by now, but I'm not, so I'm really sorry. I absolutely love it. It's my favourite. I'm starting off using some fir and sage, and I think that is marine as well. Really nice colours that work really well together. Not colours that I often choose. Sometimes I like to push myself to use colours that I don't naturally go for. You'll probably know I tend to go for either like really garish rainbow colours or pinks and purples and turquoises, but never really the greens. So I think today it was a case of, come on, let's use something different. So I went for this colour combo. And then I'm using the Mosaic Cobblestone stencil from Dina Wakley with, again, some sage. So I'm stenciling using the same colours that are on the background. Then I'm using the Angled Paint Blobs stencil. What a fabulous name that is. And again, using the marine through that stencil. So some of the stenciling will show and some will blend into the paint that's already on the background. So you're getting a really cohesive start to your page. You're not really introducing any accent colours at this point, just getting that background ready. And my stenciling is touching the sides of the pages and overlapping where the initial paint went to. So now I'm going in with a slightly different green and a bit more of an accent colour. So I'm using lime. So in the same kind of colour family, and I'm just freehand painting some circles onto my background. So here you'll notice that just like I did 3 areas of stenciling, I'm doing 3 areas of circles, so it all kind of balances. And then I've got a bit of paint left over, so I am adding some splatters to my page and my art room as well. Then I'm using up some of the sage that's left, and I'm using the blending tool as an implement to add those circles onto that background again. So I'm overlapping them with the lime green ones and overlapping the stenciling. So it's just building the layers of interest. Then I am using one of my tools I've collected. I don't really know how to describe these, but you'll have seen me using them before. Different circle shapes that I use for printing circles onto journal pages, so different sizes. This is the Things That Grow stencil and mask, and I'm using the stencil part of it with some, I think this might be night, just to stencil through on this one botanical shape. I'm going to do a couple of stencils and then one I'm going to cut out of some collage paper to have a bit of a contrast. I'm drying it through the stencil because you can see that first layer didn't go on very opaque, and so I dried it and then went back over it again with another layer of paint because I wanted it to be really opaque and not to be able to see through the colour underneath at all. So that's what I'm doing there, really, not moving that stencil at all, just holding it in place so that I can build up the colour on that stencil shape. So this is a sheet of collage that I've made. It's on cardstock, and basically all I've done is just stuck different pieces of Dina Wakley's collage paper on there, and I've doodled some shapes on there as well, and then I've just flipped it over, so I don't know what I'm going to get when I cut this out, and I've drawn through the stencil, and there we go. It's a really cool way to create interesting collage material. So then I am drawing around a certain side, the left-hand side of this botanical shape with the white, oh my gosh, I can't think today, with the white gel pen. And while it's still wet, I'm just smudging it with my finger. What I'm trying to achieve there is just like creating a bit of a highlight on one side of this image and making it sort of stand out a little bit more. So the collage piece that I've cut out, I've stuck in place using a glue stick as well, just an ordinary Pritt stick. And then I'm going in with my dot mark making using the Posca pen. just grounding those images on the bottom of the page, and then again going back in with the Signo Uniball gel pen. And then I'm drawing a face to add to my page. It's going to go on the right hand side. I'm using some mixed media paper, and I've drawn it using the Stabilo oil pencil, and then I'm water activating it using a water brush. It's a really fun way to create images to use in your journaling, because when you activate it, it just, I don't know, something about that Stabilo pencil is just so easy to use, and it's so easy to create really great images to use in your journals. I think the only tip I would give is not to press on too hard with the Stabilo pencil, because you can go back in and add more depth if you want to. But if you go in too dark to start off with and then you water activate it, it can end up with a lot of very dark things going on. Dark things going on. Yeah, it can be just too dark. So then again, just using that glue stick to stick that in place. And then I'm just adding some dots over the top just to make that feel like it's part of the page and it kind of belongs. It'd be great if I could do dots that fast. And then up the side of the Botanical stenciling, I am just adding some journaling in the form of some Semitic writing. I know what it says, but nobody else does. It's great that way. And then I had a play on it, as you can see on that piece of paper in the right hand corner, bottom corner. I've just had a play with writing the word with the Stabilo oil, and I was going to do that, but decided I would go in with my white Posca pen instead, and I actually think that works better. And I am just writing right over the top of my background. And here I have drawn over each letter with the Stabilo pencil, and then I'm just water activating it. So obviously the Posca pen was completely dry, and then I am just adding this writing over the top. It creates quite a cool effect. Also has the effect of pushing that white into the background a little bit more, but I really liked how that worked. For me, art journaling is also about just trying different things out, and that what if I do this, what will happen? Will it work? Will it look good? And sometimes you discover really great things that you'll use again, and sometimes things that you think, oh my goodness, I'm never ever using that again. But it's still fun to experiment and try different techniques out. Okay, that's about it for this page really. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Challenging myself to use colours I don't normally choose. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you've enjoyed the video. For lots more, you can always head over to my website as well, artjournallove.com. There are lots of classes and things on there that you might be interested in. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.